What's up guys, it's Lucas. Today I'll be going over how I made my needles inspired flannels and walking you through all the steps. I've made a few of these flannels already and I've been wearing them for a while, so I'm excited to finally make this video about it. Honestly, I should have made this video a long time ago because most of this footage is from like a year and a half ago. And also just want to say thank you for all these comments on my last video. As a small channel, I really appreciate it and you guys are always supporting the videos. First major step in making the flannel is your inspirations. I looked at a bunch of pictures of needles flannels, chose some of my favorite colors, saved some photos, and just looked at all of them. I noticed a lot of red and blue combinations, and for some reason I'm really drawn to that, so I decided to go with that. I think even Sanjeev's flannel had red and blue in it. You should also go check out his needles video, by the way.
Fernando sold me his needles flannel. It was awesome, the colors were cool, it was just a bit too oversized for my liking. I sold it.
Step 2 is finding your flannel material. I would obviously recommend the thrifts. For this project, I already had a few flannels. I used to wear a flannel every day in high school, so most of these I already own. But I did go thrifting to specifically find some patterns to combine. But today, I'm dropping by Goodwill to maybe find one or two more flannels that might fit really well with the patterns. Once I found this blue one, I knew I wanted to use it for one of the arms at least. Step 3 is just putting your flannels down on the ground and figuring out exactly where you want to put each piece in your final product. I decided on using this light blue flannel as my base and 3 blue flannels for the left arm, then green and red on the other side. My original idea was to have this bright red flannel as the right arm, but messing around with it, I realized it didn't look balanced on my body, so I grabbed one of my brown flannels and I thought it matched with the other arm a lot better. If you make your own flannels, I recommend throwing brown in there to balance all the colors. I think it just makes it look pretty good. Step 4, we are actually sewing this together. This might be kind of complicated to show if you've never used a sewing machine to put something together, but also I know nothing about sewing and I was able to do this. And I ended up going a little out of order on this one by starting with the red and brown arm. So first you cut your flannels into strips, then put those strips of fabric face to face. The face is the top of the material, the part that would normally be showing to the outside when it's all done. You can see I flipped the smaller red strip inside out so that I can have them face to face, then I pin them together. Now I'm just going to sew these pieces together following the same line I made with the pins, sewing all the way from the bottom to the shoulder and then onto the back. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other arm. It's the same concept when attaching the arms to the main body piece as well. I did do something different with my flannel. Instead of sewing this black and blue piece face to face on the main body piece, I sewed it straight on top of it, leaving this raw edge kind of sticking out. You're able to see the stitching I did, but I wanted to give one very raw line to this flannel, and I think it came out pretty cool after a few washes. At the very end, I cut off some of the edges of the main body flannel, but I mostly keep the endings at different lengths, and that's how I made this flannel. For some of y'all who've been wanting to buy a flannel from me, you can DM me on Instagram at LucasMoney or DM my new selling account. I'm going to be selling some one-of-one pieces there like flannels, sweaters, pants, and a few more items. And again, I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. I noticed a lot of people watching are not subscribed, so please consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot. So thank you guys and have a good one.